Camera rolling, guys.
Straight.
Okay. So, Yogi, what inspired you to start playing music?
Like when I started with the rap music, that was just for fun. Like I wanted to actually, my first thing that I ever wrote, like rap wise, was like a diss track in like 10th standard on like one of my best friends, and that was just for fun. And then later, like I started doing it a little bit more and more, and then suddenly, like I actually like showed my mom some of my lyrics, and she's one of the biggest inspirations like in my rap stuff. I showed my mom some of the lyrics, and she's like, okay, let's get you the mic. I didn't have enough money to buy a mic. I just had half of the money, and my mom was like, let's do it. Not a lot of people supported me back then, family wise also. It was just my mom and my sister. Later people started supporting me in the family, but in the start, when there was no assurance that music would go well, it was my mom and my sister. So that, I would definitely say that they are some of my biggest inspirations.
Well, growing up, I was always around music. Everyone in my family has really good music taste. Everyone really enjoys music in the house. And from a young age, I didn't really understand the lyrics or anything, but I used to just hum along and sing along. And my mom was like, oh, you have a nice voice, so why don't you try, taking part in competitions and stuff in school. So I started doing that. I started learning music from CDs after. So back in the day, this old ABBA CD used to be there with the lyrics at the bottom, just staring at the TV 2 feet away, like learning the lyrics. I learned the lyrics, took part in the competition, won the competition. That happened a couple of years, and I realized that okay, I have some talent. I can do music. So I started doing covers on Instagram. I started posting covers to YouTube. So I didn't really like it that much until I met this dude. Nothing really progressed for a month, I would say, after that. But I kept producing, I kept making music, and I put out a beat onto my Instagram, and I was like, I didn't even really have him in mind. I just put it out and said, guys, do you think I should put some vocals on there? Like, it's a nice beat, what do you think? And just the next day, he messaged me saying, oh, this is mad. The day after that, he already sends me like a recording of him with the chorus for headphones already done. He had already sang the chorus, and I'm like, okay, we're on to something now. Yeah. Within a week, the entire song was written, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Next week, the song was fully recorded. And that's basically how the journey started with music. Instant classic in the first song, so then can't really stop after that. So.
My dad's a drummer, bro. So like growing up, I had like a lot of good influence musically. So he taught me how to play drums. So like that, I got my tempo and shit down. Then my mom's a singing, like she teaches music in school. So I sing like shit, but still, bro, I got something right from her.
You got to one. So
Yeah.
And then
He's like,
one day, bro, we were chilling and this boy, he showed me a fucking song, bro. He's like,
I showed you Goa Trap Culture.
yeah, he showed me Goa Trap Culture, bro, outside Chai Guy, bro. And we were chilling. I was like, fuck, bro, this shit's hard, bro. And he's like, and I was like, who's this guy, bro? He's like, bro, he's from Goa, re. I was like, fuck, bro. If this boy is doing this shit, then like, I'll try it, re. I was like, I'll try it. But then afterwards, I didn't end up doing anything. And after a while, he joined these guys' school, yeah. And then we started hanging out. And I was like, fuck it, bro. I'll try it. And I didn't want to show, bro. I was like, fuck this rap shit, bro. Fuck this shit, bro. And then one day he like made me show. He and my boy, they made me show this boy the stuff. And he was like, bro, Korea, re. Like, just rap, bro. And he was like, I'll make a beat for you. Come tomorrow to the studio. Rap this shit out. Let's just like listen to it. And on the way like home, I remember like on the way home, he was like beatboxing it.
Yeah, I already had the beat in my head. The second like I talked to Mange, I felt like inspired and I had the beat in my head.
Yeah, bro, and that shit was crazy, bro. And then after that, it happened quick,
It happened quick.
So like I also started out making covers, all that stuff. People say, oh, this is so great, so great. Like last week only I went to listen to the covers, it's terrible. I don't know what they were telling me.
So even my covers are so pitchy, bro, back in 2016.
Terrible. I know, they were gassing me up simply. But then like I kept going. And then I heard his music, like I saw a lot of people posting, oh, this guy's dropping an album or something. And then I saw it, I'm like, okay, let me give it a listen. And like I listened to all of them. I was like, wait, someone from Goa is doing this? That's kind of crazy because English music in Goa. Like normally we grow up, we listen to Lorna and all those people.
And it's original music.
Yeah, it's
Goa
original
also, yeah,
English music in Goa that sounds like what you would hear from like your favorite artist. So I was like, damn. And I texted him, I'm like, I also want to make music. Like, how do I write music? What do I do? Like, how exactly do I make music? And he's like, just do it, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty good advice.
Yeah, and that was mad advice because like, yeah, why would I?
That's facts, bro.
It's like that, bro. Like, I can do it. So I started writing, and like everyone who's like tried writing music, poetry, or anything, they'll tell you in the start it's like hard. They just give up. They write 2 lines, give up, and all. I kept doing it, and then COVID, I think, came at that time, and now I have so much free time to like practice and all that stuff. And plus, he had moved to North, so I got to learn from him, and he helped me make my first song, "If You Fall." That did really well actually, and
It's so weird how we all like met each other, like me moving to
Bro.
Xavier's, me becoming friends with these guys, and like it's really hard. Like the thing about us making English music, right, is that we have to like do an accent when we sing. Otherwise, it doesn't sound good. Like if I talk like this and I rap like this, like it won't sound good. So the fact that I could find 4 boys with the spot on accent, it's just mind blowing. That whole month, December of 2020 or 2021. 2020
Yeah.
was like a mind-blowing month
before the boys, right?
before our album dropped. Okay, like this is some freaky shit I'm gonna tell you. We met Nuclear in the mall
Oh, wow.
just by like walking in the mall, and I'm like, oh my god, that's Nuclear. And I ran to Subway, and then I wrote Tsumyoki on like a piece of like tissue paper, and I gave it to him like, you need to check out my music anyhow. Please promise me that you will check out my music. And he gave me like the, that's the usual artist reply, like yes, and everything like that. 2 days later, we check our accounts, Nuclear followers, all of us.
Oh, that morning, bro.
That morning, bro.
That's-
And that
a
gave us like hope, like okay, we're doing it right, we're doing something right. After that, Ritviz also, like I gave my USB to Ritviz. Ritviz ended up following me, like Nuclear gave me his phone number, I got a text and got to give advice to, like he got him to give advice to me. Yeah. And then like he also ended up following me and stuff like that. After that, Divine, like this is the craziest part. I waited 2 hours, me and Mange waited outside his concert, and like we were just like waiting there, like waiting for him to come out. Suddenly a car pulls up. I look in front, Divine sitting in the car.
Wow, you gave me anxiety just now.
Divine sitting in the car. I'm tapping the window. He's not looking. He's probably like done with his show and everything like that. Then JD, Divine's friend, okay, and like DJ, and he's also a huge part of Gully Gang, huge contributor to Gully Gang. He pulls up in like the shotgun seat, like the front seat, and I talk to him and I'm like, JD, bro, you need to give this USB to Divine anyhow. You need to, okay. And then he took the USB and obviously gave him the yeah, definitely, bro. Then me and Mange were like, oh, that's it, that's it, bro. Suddenly, like when we're riding home, we see Divine's taxi, and we're like, do we do this
Hey,
right
bro,
now?
hey, don't do this, please.
Don't do this,
huh?
okay? Don't do this. It's creepy. Don't do this. I feel a little shameful talking about it. But we had it like we saw it.
I know, it was simple. But it's bad, it's bad.
See, it worked for me, okay? It might not work for you guys. You guys might get like a restraining order or something. And we saw which hotel his car pulled up in. So we went inside the hotel. We're like, is Divine staying here? And she's like, I'm not allowed to tell you that. So that means yes. Okay? Yes, he is staying there. Okay? So we're like, see, Divine, okay, you need to like take this note. I wrote like a full paper, like everything about me. Okay, give me a paper and give this to him when he comes to, okay? And we finish writing, okay, and I'm just about to hand it to reception. That only Divine comes out of his hotel. And I go to him and I'm like, bro, listen, I gave JD a USB. Okay, it's the same stuff I said to Nuclear. You have to check out my music anyhow. Here's a paper explaining everything about me. But bro, you need to check me out and stuff like that, bro. Then we continued like our like usually stuff like this doesn't resort to anything. Like artists will probably just forget. And then that happened. We continued with our stuff and all, and we dropped our album Jackets. We dropped our album The Boys. And it had this song called Jackets on it, which we made a music video for. And then suddenly, after a few days after that release, Chaitanya Kataria texted me, who's the CEO of Gully Gang, one of the CEOs of Gully Gang, owners. Okay? And he, 1 month after Jackets was released, and after this Divine thing, I got signed to Gully Gang.
Wow.
Divine's record label. Which is just freaking crazy to think about it. And I still can't, it's still super overwhelming to me that I'm part of this group. That so many people want to get into this group, like Gully Gang. So many people want to be signed. And the fact that this freaking small Goan boy was picked by Divine and Chaitanya Kataria is I can't believe it.
and not just
It
him.
was
So
crazy.
that whole nuclear thing, right?
Yeah.
Nuclear had a contest after that, which basically is show me if you're a producer, singer, whatever. This uses hashtag. Bacardi was doing a challenge.
And just post your best.
Yeah, use this hashtag and put your art out on the net, and we'll go through all of them and we'll get back to you. So we met with Nuclear. Nuclear told us, you know what, take part in this. It's a good opportunity. So I was like, okay. I didn't really think much of it.
I don't think you were gonna do it. And
No.
Nuclear told you
yeah.
a few days back
He's like, yeah, he messaged me. He's like, yo, the challenge thing. Remember? I was going through the entries. I didn't think I saw yours. I was like, 2 days were left for the entries. I'm like, shit. So within 2 days, I got it recorded. I produced a beat, got something recorded, original stuff. I put it out, and I didn't really think much. But when I put it out, I clicked on the hashtag and I went through all the entries. And there was some mad talent. India surprisingly has a lot of talent.
surprising. No, India competition is mad.
Yeah, but I would mostly assume with with Hindi music or with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Indian culture
Yeah.
involved. It's like
Correct.
people with proper Western accents doing stuff that you could probably hear on the radio. So I was like, okay, this is a bit overwhelming. But you know what? I'll put it out there. And I didn't really expect to win at all. A couple of months go by, I get a message. Before they announce, I get a message saying, you have won the challenge. Don't tell anyone. Don't get too excited. Shh, you won the challenge.
You told us. No?
My boys, of course I told them. They're like, bro. So yeah. So that happened, and by winning the challenge, basically I won the opportunity to make a song with Nuclear. So we put out the song, and it went insane. It's almost at 5 million streams right now. So shout out to Nuclear, the legend.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
album, we
for
had
the
a
album.
plan in mind, right? Okay, this is the project, these many tracks, which was even more tracks I got cut. But yeah, we were in the studio for like 16, 17 hours. For one day.
Yeah.
Come out of the studio, it's always you can see the light out. You're like, oh god, it's been an entire day.
You haven't seen light for
It's
like a
actually
while.
like that.
And it wasn't this nice air-conditioned studio.
Yeah.
It should be his dad's office upstairs. We are in a closet. There's a mattress on the wall for sound deadening. There's 3 boys somehow fit in that small little
Like this-
space.
like this
Main
is
just
the thing.
folded over in the corner.
He's cramped in front of the mic like this. I'm on the floor with the laptop.
Bro, our boys are smelling. We've been there for a while.
You're
We're
sweating.
bro.
Take off your shirt, bro. There.
Bro, then come out and they have bought the kettle, bro.
Yeah. Those were like the OG days.
Yeah,
Now
Main
we
used to
have
sleep
like
on a chair, bro.
Yeah, me on the chair.
On
Don't,
two chairs.
don't.
I was just on the floor like this.
Yeah, because we were refusing to go home without finishing our work. So we'll find the most fuck all conditions to situate ourselves in.
Under a desk.
Yeah,
Waiting
bro.
for our turn to record. Once we're ready to record, get up, ready, stand there.
But somehow we enjoyed every bit of it.
I wouldn't change a thing about those days, bro. Those days were like the OG days. Those days are like what made us into what we are. Just because we have this stereotype pushed on us that we're susegad and that we can't do work, and that's what we've been told ever since we were young. So to get out of that mentality is like the first step, that I can't do it, because a lot of people think that Goa is just like the tourism spot. Goans are susegad, we're not gonna do anything big with our lives. So the first step for everything was just like breaking your own mentality and like telling yourself like I can. That's like the first step. And the second step is we've always like surrounded, at least for me, I've always surrounded myself with people smarter than me. Elton will be like in the mixing, mastering side of things. He'll be like giving me information and that kind of stuff. Mange listens to different rap music that I don't listen to. He can give me opinions in this kind of stuff. Jay has like a singing voice which is like unreal, and he can give me opinions in this kind of stuff. At the same way, I can give them opinions in the things that I specialize in. That's what I think that a lot of people need to do. You need to cut the toxic people out of your life and like get people who you are learning from and who like you look up to. Surround yourself with people like that. So at least for me, my favorite part is like when like I can see a fan actually being like I've changed their lives, and like I never heard of this person ever, this fan, and then they tell me about how like I've saved them from like whatever, in some cases even suicide. My music doing that, like people telling me that like it helped me during this situation, even if it's small, even like you got like shoutings from your parents or something and you turned on my music because you found a comfortable place in my music. So when I see fans responding to that kind of stuff, that is one of the best things. That and crowd response when you're on stage.
Oh yeah, bro.
And you're just like in your zone with the mic in your hand and you're like bouncing and singing. You know, boys are beside you, your boys are bouncing, and the crowd is in front of you and they're singing every single lyric with the top of their lungs. They are also bouncing and everybody's moving and stuff. That is like the greatest high. And I think every rapper needs to like feel that one day. I think every rapper deserves to, like, every singer, every rapper, every musician deserves something like that, because that is one of the best parts of being. Those two things are the best parts of being a musician.
So he said about the fan thing, right? So, but with music, it always starts off with your own traumas, you're in your head, and you want to get that all out. So it's a good way to vent. And music, I feel the best part about music is the therapy. It's so therapeutic to do music because you feel, first of all, you feel productive. Like, okay, I'm doing something. Second of all, your emotions all just come out and you can make sense of them, I would say. By writing down emotions, I've been able to understand them way better. So as a personal thing, just for myself, I would say music is very therapeutic and it has changed my life, basically.
Yeah.
Without music, I think I would be a very, very sad person, but music has made it less.
And it's not just like the sad stuff. Like me and Mange, like Mange at least doesn't make a lot of sad stuff. I'm pretty sure like his emotions is like the fun stuff. Like even if you're feeling like you're in the zone and you're about to kill this beat and stuff like that, that is also a representation of your emotions. Like on rap beats and stuff like that, having fun, saying like smart stuff and all, that's also like a representation of your emotions. Like don't get it mixed, it's just like sad stuff. You know?
I think like when I see people listening to my music, when I know they're listening to it and they tell me they like this part, they like this part, when they tell me about certain parts, you know, like the little parts,
Yeah.
where I put effort into that, like many people don't notice, but then like, when some people notice, okay, I like what you did of this part, that's really nice, because like every little thing in my song, like I make sure I'm doing something to make it special.
When they
I do all
actually
these
like
things. Yeah, like
appreciate.
this vocal is good. Like he always captures that stuff. Man, he'll say, "Oh, this is crazy." Like we're recording right now. I'll be in there. I'll do like a really good vocal. I'll do something new. He'll be up, get up like that.
Let's go, bro!
That's the
Hanging, people
Yeah,
knocking
bro.
everyone out.
Bro, check this shit out. You gotta listen to this.
you gotta, even though you just sang it,
You gotta listen to this.
and that's just great.
Yeah. I think even Mange like it when someone like scrutinizes on a
Yeah,
smart
his
part.
wordplay,
Yeah,
Especially like wordplay and shit, bro, or like
Yeah,
rhymes and
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
where people actually appreciate like the amount of time you put in to like create that shit, bro.
That 2 second, that half a second, one line is in that. And then someone's like, bro, that line was good, bro.
Bro, it feels good, huh?
But yeah, because a lot of people say, bro, I love that song, you know, it's so good and all. But if someone points out, you know, that part when you sang it that way and you did that bit, the emotion it gave me was this, and you're like, okay, this person genuinely
Yeah,
appreciates my art and the effort I put into it. So yeah, that is very special.
The least favorite is like, at least when I became a musician, I got a lot of social anxiety. People start recording you like just when you're doing like in public, doing a normal day-to-day thing. You take the bus, someone will be like, why aren't you in a Lamborghini? Like, no, I live a normal life, bro. This is a job, just like how you guys have jobs and stuff like that. And the social anxiety, everyone knows who you are. And I'm not saying that in like a fan kind of way. It's like, it's a little scary, you know, everybody knowing who you are. And it's not something that I can really explain. But it's just like, people are, if you're at a party and stuff like that, people will start fights with you because you're who you are. And the no privacy, like you don't really have privacy anymore. You have to watch everything that you say online. People will like scrutinize every single word and try to find a reason to like cancel you. That's like one of the worst parts. I wouldn't say it's the worst part of being a musician. It's the worst part of being famous, which is like a subcategory of being a musician. Yeah.
Bro, I think for me, like the social media
yeah.
side, bro. Because
Social
like
media side.
I like to like chill, bro. Like it's like I'm not like against social media and shit like that. I like to
it's
like
literally promoting you.
yeah, bro. Like I have to like be online, be active
Yeah.
because it's a part of the thing, bro. It's like it's part of the thing.
It's the unfortunate part in the music industry is that you have to be a manager also if you're an independent artist, and you have to be constantly on social media promoting yourself, because with the internet the competition is just like super high.
Yeah, bro. And like for me, like I wasn't really into like texting a lot and like, shit, bro. I was chill at home, go play football, come back, that's it, bro. And now like getting used to it's like been really hard, bro. Like sometimes I do it, sometimes like I'm just like fuck, bro, I can't fucking do this shit, bro.
Like, see, I know what you all, but for me, the hardest part, man, is when I hit a block, I can't make anything new. That part is so bad for me. Like, now I want to work, like I want to sit at my computer, I want to try writing something, but now I can't. I'm making like bad stuff. So I was like, okay, I need to take a break. But then I feel guilty when I'm taking the break. I should be using this time to make music. It's
Constant
just like,
cycle.
yeah, it's just a cycle, but I feel so bad about that.
I think every artist goes through that.
Yeah, but I hate that.
Yeah, because you have time to be productive.
Yeah, I have so much free time. I'm watching a 3-hour movie and then I watch another 3-hour movie after that.
Yeah.
When I could be working, but then when I'm sitting there, I'm sitting in front of the computer doing nothing for 3 hours.
And
Just making some nonsense.
And the second, bro, oh guys, we have exams from this day to this date, your brain is just like, now it's time to be productive. Yoki, check out this melody. It's so weird. That's the thing about music. It's so weird. The dumbest shit will be like in a song dumb shit, like literally in a song dumb shit, bro. There was this little toy like thing like which Mange's sister had, okay, and it's like if you press red, black,
Yeah, bro.
white, and in the vocal you can literally hear after the part where the vocal ends, Jay just goes black,
And he kept it in.
black, and he kept it in because it sounded good, bro. This is dumb shit.
Yeah, does a major place and I was just playing with it. He had a what was the xylophone? I was playing with that also. And this was black, and it came exactly on time, and I was like,
On
oh shit, oh
tempo.
shit.
Yeah, bro. It's
And
not
he's like, wait.
That live.
This was very
Dumb-
random, very
dumb
random.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of that kind of stuff in our music.
Yeah,
I mean, there's birds chirping in the background because I record at home sometimes.
Headphones in the rain. In
There's
that
rain.
in the saddest part, it was raining. Also, we recorded. It helped the song.
It helped the song. It made it sad.
Yeah, dude. Mad shit, bro. In jackets, for example, I use my own breath as a percussion. I tell her every time. Every time. That's my number one thing, bro. My main piece of advice, I don't know who I got it from, but it's just the whole believing in yourself kind of thing. Like that, literally, like if anyone, like even if it's a big person, like who's you, like a big artist or something, telling you that you don't like the music and stuff like that. Or I just always believed in myself.
Bro, like this is not like that deep and all, but like a lot of people they ask me like recently they start asking me like, bro, how do you like write and all, like how do I start writing and all that shit. Like the first thing you gotta do is like try writing. Don't just like you're not gonna get your first song first time. So like try writing, bro. Make sure you're listening, bro. More than like fucking like writing. Listen to like good
Observe
artists,
the
bro.
info.
Yeah. See why his song is doing well because he's doing this and that. Try and like incorporate it in your own like version, bro. Like I think that's like super important. Like soak in as much as you can, bro. Then try your shit, bro.
Yeah. And don't overthink, even though you're joking. Like keep that shit simple.
Bro, like I write a lot of shit, bro, and I don't like a lot of it, bro. But like sometimes that's like a good thing, because the more like shit you write, the more you know like how to not write shit. Like you know like okay fuck, this is gonna sound bad. Let me not do that.
Yeah, you know what's
do
wrong.
this, let me not do that. So you learn the more like you fuck up.
That's good.
I would say don't let the frustration get to you, because as he said, there's a lot. You have to do a lot over and over and over again. And if you get frustrated and it goes from becoming a passion to becoming a chore, like, oh, okay, I need to do this because music, don't let it get to that, because you won't enjoy yourself. The emotions don't come out properly. It doesn't sound good. So if you feel like, okay, I'm frustrated, the music is not coming out, take a step back, do something else. Come back when you feel like, okay, I'll make something. The creativity needs to be there. So keep at it, but don't keep at it till you burn yourself out. Because it's creativity. It's not going to flow through you like some vessel. It comes and goes at random times. Randomly, you're about to sleep. You're like, oh shit, let's go. So yeah, just trust the process as well. Just keep at it, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be nuclear and divine found me. Because it wasn't like that for us as well. Even if we portrayed it that way, maybe. Yeah. But it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, and it also takes a lot of criticism and accepting criticism. Because sometimes people, when you tell them like, oh, you know what, you could have done, you try your best to make it sound like, oh, you know what, I'm not saying it's shit, but you know what? I think this would sound better. They take it as an insult. They're like, you don't think it's good? I just started, and I'm like, yes. So I'm trying to tell you. Like, I feel this way. You don't need to take my advice, but when people take it negatively, then how will you grow?
And the main thing is like, just as long as you're loving what you're doing, and you think genuinely what I do is good, then nothing really can stop you. Genuinely, if you believe like this art that I create, this is what we do. This is what, like, for us, this is what we do. GTC is what we do. GTC, we make freaking good art. That's it at the end of the day. Full stop. You die twice. One is when you actually pass away, and one is when people say your name for the last time. So we are making sure that at least for the next fucking 100 years, Goa knows what GTC, Tsumyoki, 2Jam, Elttwo, Kidd Mange. They know that we were here, we came to stay, and we fucking did it. Four Goan boys fucking did it, and they did it damn well. I can tell you that much. Performances, and that's how you eat in the rap game. That means like that's how you make money in the rap game. It's shows.
Streams
Right?
don't really
Yeah,
have
streams in India, you're not making money through streams. Even like
The
you're
government is
doing,
taking 13% of it.
yeah. And bro, even like if you're doing good streams, you're still not making enough money to be able to survive as a musician, to be able to like get good equipment and stuff like that. But the politics of the industries is so bad, because everyone, like in clubs or anything that people want to go to, people are booking like this. They want the same music which is on the charts. They want whatever is hot, whatever people are dancing to, and no one is supporting original music out there.
Especially in Goa.
And there's no shows being like put out for original music, promoting like small Goan artists and stuff like that. Like it was like so freaking hard for me to get out and get it. Like even when I was underneath a management, it was terrible. I couldn't get a freaking stage to perform at. I had to go to the club myself and ask the club manager, can I have a table so that they can put a stage for me, so that me and the boys could perform that night. Small artists are not making money.
Bro, everyone wants that commercial shit, bro. They're so stuck to it, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's killing like new artists coming up, because like if there's no one to consume, bro, no one to appreciate like
Yeah.
your art, bro, what's the point, bro? What are you gonna do, bro? Like you need someone to like look at that shit, bro. It's like drawing a fucking picture and you're the only one who sees it, bro. What's the point?
Yeah.
I think it's more prevalent in Goa though, because we have done a show in Bangalore, we have done a show in Mumbai. The people there.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck.
Mumbai guys they really like.
Mumbai is mad. Pune is freaking mad. They are insane. And they like there are some people who don't even hear of us, haven't even heard of us.
Bangalore, bro.
Bangalore. There were 2 people who knew us in Bangalore.
Yeah. And we made the entire crowd get up off their chairs
The entire
and vibe.
crowd was freaking going crazy, because they came there that night not to fucking drink and listen to what's on the top 10 charts and like dance or that dumb shit. Like they came to listen to like original music, listen to like underrated artists.
That's what happens when it's all about tourism, right? I've heard of cases where someone was booked to perform original music, they're performing, but because all the tourists, there's a lot of tourists there, the manager came, they're like, no, please get off, we have to start playing Bollywood.
Did that happen to me? That happened to
Like,
me
yeah.
while I was on stage.
We are losing
performing.
business, please leave.
One of my few gigs, like with Skeleton, shout out my boy Skeleton, you know. And literally, like the manager was like, people don't want to listen to this, like my music. Like start playing commercial shit while we're on stage. And then me and Za were like on stage performing, and then we have to freaking perform Cardi B. Like what the hell, dude? How could like on stage like? And then I was just disrespected that day. Yeah.
Yeah, it already has changed. I've
It
noticed
already
a
has.
lot more original art coming out, a lot more people doing original art, and even telling us like, you know what, we saw what y'all did and saw what y'all could do, and we're like, and they're like, even I think I can do it, and I'm like, yes, let's go, because
Yeah.
a lot of people do covers, here, because there's a lot of art
Yes.
coming out of Goa, but then when someone tells me like, oh, I just started writing my own shit, I'm like, let's go, more people to put out.